Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reboot Era. If you're new here, my name is Dre, and I'm sharing my real-time journey navigating through unemployment, my recent layoff, career pivots, and personal reinvention. I've been away for, 5 days now? And that's because I went on a small trip, which I'm going to talk about in a second. But today's video is going to be all about something powerful, which is leveling up without spending a dime. And I'm really excited to talk to everyone here about certifications, both free and paid, though my whole thing is about if you're not making money, you shouldn't be spending money. With that, I've compiled a list of a bunch of different certifications that are out there. And by no means is my list a complete list of every certification you can find. It's just a start. If you didn't know where to begin, hopefully today you can't say that. You will know where to begin. First and foremost, my job search. I've officially applied to a total of 58 jobs, and looking at my tracker, I am still in the running for 31 jobs. I haven't gotten any more referrals, but I have really been reached out to my network a lot, so I need to start leveraging them a little bit more and start getting some referrals and start acting quicker. With that, I've been away for 5 or 6 days. Please ignore laundry on the back of the bed that you can see a little bit, and my dog sleeping. We just got back today, and I wanted to get through some content and then hop on here and make a video for you all about certifications. But where was I? All right, I was in Yellowstone. For those who didn't see my LinkedIn post or didn't follow along on TikTok, I went to Yellowstone. It was a bucket list item for my mom. She just turned 60 last year. So a bunch of stuff that she's always wanted to do. She was a single mom raising me growing up. We were really poor. And so this is like a lot of the stuff we've done in life has been like a dream for her to come true. And I mentioned this in a previous video, but I actually plan my entire year in advance. So usually around like October, November, I try to plan everything I'm going to do for the next year. And this trip was already planned and paid for. And it wasn't going and shopping, it was going to Yellowstone. So it was a drive. I love road trips. And from there, we stayed in West Yellowstone and we drove in on the west entrance of the park. We saw bison within the first, I think, 10 minutes of the drive, which was awesome. And then we just did the loops back and forth. We checked out the south entrance, the east entrance. We didn't make it to the north because I'm afraid of heights. Driving on like cliffs makes me super nervous. So those were really bad cliffs in my opinion. So I didn't make it up there. But if you like cliffs, that's an awesome opportunity if you make it to Yellowstone. We got some really great pictures. The dogs loved it. The temperature was awesome. And it was just an awesome time. So got back today. I'm wicked tired, but like I said, I'm going to power through this. So let's talk about what I have for you today, everything to do with certifications. Right now, I believe it's about 82% of resumes that are being scanned by AI, which means keywords that you're utilizing, things like certified skills, can really make or break your chances of getting seen when it comes to the interview process and the recruitment process as a whole. Certifications are really going to give you something that's tangible to add to your resume as well as your LinkedIn profile. And that's going to essentially tell recruiters and hiring managers, hey, I'm serious, I'm learning, and I'm ready to be hired. If you've been laid off or you're currently unemployed, when I go to interviews right now, I haven't done any certifications. And one of the things they might ask me is, what have you been doing in your time? And yeah, it's nice to say, oh, I've just been living my life. But if you can pivot that and say, yes, I do, I have time off right now, I'm not employed, but I have taken X amount of certifications, which have really improved my skills in these areas. I think it can be a really great tactic in order to drive a conversation around how even when you're not being paid to do something, you take your learning seriously to level up to the next level. With that, what I created was essentially, I have two tabs in a spreadsheet, in a G Sheet. And the first tab is going to give you all the free content that I highlighted that I thought was interesting. And the second tab is going to jump into paid content, because there are people out there who are currently employed that might be watching this who just want to level up their skills. There also might be people who just recently got let go or laid off and got a severance, and maybe they want to spend some of that money on investing in themselves. So let me share my screen and show you what I have for you all. So we do have another folder added to the Reboot Era in our Google Drive. Right here, the Reboot Era certifications. When you open this, you're going to see the June 2025 certifications list. Yes, it is May 28th, but I'm calling it June because it's basically June. When you open that certifications list, you're going to see 4 columns. They're going to be certifications offered by, link, and skills acquired. On the free certifications tab, if you navigate to paid certifications, you're going to see similar columns: certification, what the price is, the link to it, and then the skills required as well. So let's just first stick with the free certifications. And this is not in any specific order. These are just about 50 that I thought was really great. And I do want to preface this with the fact that Coursera and Class Central are 2 really amazing resources out there. There's no sponsorship here, at least not yet. So check those out. You can find so many free courses. Now, courses are really great, but certifications are, in my opinion, and I think the opinion of hiring managers and recruiters, way more useful, and they add a lot more value, because courses is just something you did. You can say that you did it, but there's not a certification that you get. Now, certs are going to show, hey, I have this piece of paper, I have this digital, essentially, accomplishment or award for finishing something. And that is highly utilized, because typically courses are just, you're reviewing it and you're learning. Certifications is there's going to be a test to test you on what you've learned. With that, hopefully you all can see the screen. I wanted to make it a little bit small. These first 2 at the top are by Salesforce, an AI certification and an Agent Force certification. These 2 are only free until December of 2025. So if you watch this before that time, go and hop and take these. From what I read about them, they are pretty cool, largely about AI fundamentals, responsible AI, and AI-driven agent tools. So go check those out. If not, or after you do that, I should say, check out these Google certifications. These were found on Class Central when I was looking through, but Google has a lot of really great certifications, and I wouldn't necessarily say they're a leader, but everyone knows what Google is, or everyone should know what Google is. It's highly referred to as being a subject matter expert in many different areas. And Google is really great if you have no experience and you're building to be job ready. Google Analytics for beginners, though, that will carry over into almost anything you do, because this is going to be web traffic measurements. These are going to be user behavior and campaign tracking. You can add these directly to your LinkedIn profile. And again, these are offered on Coursera as well as Class Central, that you can take a look. They look really good to recruiters, because again, everyone knows what Google is. Google's kind of like a driving agent of trends that we see in the market. Usually Google's a leader. I didn't include a lot of Microsoft on here. There was 2, this Microsoft Generative AI for beginners, as well as this Microsoft course in Coursera. So this is a master's Microsoft Office 365 and Power Platform. This is not geared to any one person. So I didn't just look at this through the lens of, oh, I'm a tech individual, or I'm a software developer, I'm a program manager. I tried to give a wide breadth of air for anybody who might find any of these relevant. If you're already in tech, some of these might be great to learn about. If you're not in tech, but you want to pivot, or you want to take that leap to try to get into tech, a lot of these are really awesome beginner courses to start getting an understanding without having to go and get a master's degree or another degree just to get there. Microsoft has a lot of virtual trainings that they do. So if you want to learn about the cloud, Azure, or AI, they have live expert-led trainings that can be really great. We talked a little bit about Salesforce. I'm trying to think of what else I have on this list. There are Harvard Business School also has some great computer science courses that they offer. IBM, another, I think, leader in the cloud and AI machine learning space. They have a lot of great courses and certifications out there if you're interested in data or data mining, machine learning, AI. So go ahead and check those out. If you have signed up for the free PMI, so anybody who hasn't done this, you can just go, I believe it's pmi.com. If not, just type in PMI. And this is usually where you'll register if you want anything to do with project management. If you want to go and get your PMP, which is a paid certification, you're going to do that through the PMI. And if you make a free account, you get access to a lot of free courses. Now, what I will say is these aren't necessarily certifications, but the free courses are really helpful if you're just getting your toes, if you're just dipping your toe in the water of project management. It's like a mini MBA in getting stuff done, the courses that they offer. I believe there's 11 of the courses. We talked a little bit about schools and then LinkedIn Learning. So LinkedIn Learning is a really great one. I think a lot of people already know about LinkedIn Learning, but there's a lot that you can do here on LinkedIn. You can take tests, and then when you pass the tests and you apply to new jobs, those hiring managers as well as recruiters can actually see what you've scored, if you're like proficient or if you're expert level at different things. So these are just some. Now, again, these are only about 50 of the free certifications that I came across. If you were to navigate to Coursera, and let me just open this in a new tab. Let's do this. Click here, give it a moment. So in Coursera, you can see you can enroll for free starting on May 28th, 6 modules. You can read or see the ratings that it's getting right now and determine, is this something that you want to do? You can explore what you would learn and what's inside of this course and certification. But on Coursera, you could also just search. So if you want to search in the browse area, let's see if they'll give us some recommendations. Okay, so you can explore different skill sets that you want. If you're really interested in IT, you could open information technology and start seeing like what are the types of things that you can learn about. Here's some foundations data everywhere. And when you click these courses, you can check out and see, are they free? Are they not free? So this one is another one you can enroll in for free. You might want to, again, what are the outcomes that you want to read through? So here's the outcomes. There's 4 modules in the course, and then you'll build data analysis expertise. So you'll learn these different types of things. This is why I like Coursera. Let me get back to the G Sheet and go to a different one. I'm just going to click this random one on Class Central. So Class Central is another really great one. You can read about the different types of things. You have an overview, you have a syllabus on this specific mastering team goal setting and execution. So this is for someone who wants to be a manager potentially or step into management. This could be a really great one to help you. And then you're going to see related articles as well as related courses. So you might see this and then go, oh, Udemy or Code Signal. These are other things that seem really interesting to you. You can go ahead and take those. And there's no shortage. You should be proud. When you finish a certification, go to LinkedIn, go update it, share with the world, because people are going to be happy. And who knows? Maybe you're doing things that stand out to hiring managers and recruiters that they're like, wow, I haven't seen people get this many certifications before, or I didn't even know these certifications existed. So it's really just calling attention to all the great stuff you're doing. I think that's really all I had to share today. Before I guess we drop, I'll hop over to the paid certifications. Again, these prices can seem really big at first, but some of these, pay attention when you're looking through them, like the AWS Certified Solutions Architect for the professional. It's a $300 price, and then there's typically a renewal fee. I tried to call out where I saw annual renewal or annual maintenance fees that were going to be applicable, but I couldn't find them all. Go ahead and look through the skills that are required. If it's something that seems like it's a worthwhile investment while you're not getting any income, it doesn't hurt. And honestly, if you're paying for it, I think the big difference is that when you pay for a certifications, it's typically that you're going to go a lot deeper into the subject than if you were getting a free certification. So free certification might be a few hours, where a paid certification might be multiple days even multiple weeks, and sometimes multiple months. And then there's going to be a big test at the end. Typically, I think it's 60 to 160 questions that you'll go through. Sometimes it will actually be live. You actually have to show what you're doing on the computer and how you're doing the math. So it's not an easy pay $300 and then just automatically get a certification. You're going to really want to pay attention. Make sure you've taken notes. A lot of these, the PMP is a really big one. What's the one that I just took? The CSM, so Certified Scrum Master. This is a big one. It's Scrum roles and events, agile principles, team facilitation, backlog grooming, sprint execution. If you're someone who's in tech, you know what this is. If you're not in tech and you're interested in starting to get into tech, Certified Scrum Master is an amazing place to start. That and getting your PMP. Of course, both of those are paid. The thing with a Certified Scrum Master is you can actually go and find free Scrum Master courses to learn a lot about what I'm talking about, learn a lot about Agile and that framework. And then if at this time in life, which again, I totally recommend not paying for these, but if at this time in life you're like, hey, I love these certifications, but I'm just not willing to pay the money, then what I think is even more helpful is save this link, look through these, maybe favorite the ones that you're like, I'd love to get this once I have income. And then when you get that job, because you're going to get the job, work with your company that you are newly employed at and ask them if they'd be willing to pay for your certifications. Because a lot of the time they're willing to invest that money in you. And who knows, having a PMP could be the difference between, $120,000 salary and $130,000 salary. So make sure you save a lot of these paid certifications for when you start and you're gainfully employed. Ask your company to pay for them. And if they're willing, that's awesome, because when you find your next opportunity at another company, I guarantee your salary is going to be higher. So that's all I have to share with everyone today. If you have a vacation coming up, I hope you take it, because it was awesome to just get away and decompress. I need to go do some laundry. I need to go take a nap and sleep, actually. And I'll be back tomorrow with more content. I hope you like this. Please subscribe so I can keep making videos like this, share this with people who are in the same boat, and good luck finding a job out there. Talk soon.